3rd, 2016. This is the office to have a evaluation, psych evaluation. Now look at all this stuff in this office. There is loaded. This stuff.
This is the competency evaluation, January 3rd, 2006 or 2017 actually. And CMHIP, this is for 15 CR 1287. You got to hear this because the Dr. Gray, he gets very caustic at the end and says I threatened him, which never happened. He's fabricating events already and has a perception problem. You got to hear this.
Now 10:32 a.m. My appointment was at 10:30, so it's only been 2 minutes. See how long I need. Hello, are you Dr. Brewer?
Yeah.
Hi, Dr. Brewer. I'm Dr. Woodard. Nice to meet you. And you?
Right.
Hi, Dr. Gray. Nice to meet you. Dr. Woodard.
Dr. Gray will be joining us today.
Okay, is there a reason? Are you training or?
Great minds. More minds are better.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I only have listed that she's on the court paperwork to do the evaluation. Do you mind? Okay, can I get your card before we start so I don't forget when we leave? And yours too, Gordon, is that okay? That way I have it for court so I'll have your name correctly so when I have to subpoena you for, about the evaluation. Okay, thank you, sir. I did have a pretty good New Year's, and thank you for rescheduling for me so I could enjoy Christmas with friends and family. That was wonderful. I appreciate that. And I brought some things. I'm not sure, did you get any chance to, or any time to review all of the DA's evidence that I sent to you? Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Are you related to the acupuncturist, Greg?
No, I didn't even know it was.
Okay. Thank you for getting me that. So,
Good morning.
good morning.
Thanks for coming in. We appreciate it. So it's my understanding that you've been through this process before.
I have actually gone through almost 10 evaluations in the last 3 years since the sheriff officers beat me up. So this is kind of more of the lines of psychological duress and abuse. Doing repetitive evals after so many, according to Title 18 of the United States codes, it becomes actually a crime. So I'm not saying that against you, but this is becoming burdensome hardship and harassment, especially when I have 5 of them saying that there's no mental illness and that I'm fine. But, you know, we have to proceed, so.
We do. And so, along those lines, if they could just go over the confidentiality and the parameters of the evaluation before we get started so that you're aware of all that. And then we can start. Thanks. Thank you for joining today. Your valuable time and probably move on with your life. Sound good?
That sounds great. Thank you.
So the things that we discussed are not confidential. There are 3 people that will get a copy of the report. The judge, the district attorney.
Make sure my phone is turned off if you don't mind. Okay.
And in your case, you're going pro se. Or you don't have
Well, actually, here's the problem, Nicole. My case is a malicious prosecution, okay? And a lot of this has been reported to me. I've gone to numerous people. I brought in today with me Michael Garcia, who is my attorney. Every attorney who gets on here has pretty much recused, and in this it says it's an ethical conflict. And this case is a major ethical conflict. It's actually a violation of the color of law and the Constitution. That's why I sent you all of that document. So I brought you this too to see that all the attorneys find out what's going on in this case, and they refuse because they don't want to be involved in the federal prosecution. So I don't know if you want a copy of it, but this man just signed on as my attorney, and now he's just signing off.
Okay.
And there's no conflict between he and I.
So, well, regardless, for the purposes of this, the 3 people that would get a copy of the evaluation are the judge, the prosecuting attorney, and your defense attorney, if you have one. Or
So
the paperwork that I have has you listed going pro se.
Right. So as of this, because he is my attorney right now, but he is recused, he is withdrawing on the 6th. So as pro se, if you don't mind sending me a copy of that.
Actually, the way it works under statute is we send 3 copies to the judge, and the judge hands them out.
Okay, because Judge Krockenberg refused to give me the last evaluations.
Really?
Yes. And so as pro se, I have the right to all of the documents, even as defendant rights, to know what is on tape.
Absolutely, you have that right to access those documents from the courts. By statute, we don't have authority to release those to you.
Okay, do you know what statute that is?
16.8.5. Somewhere in 16-8.5. So it's Title 16.
Okay, so you're referring to the competency part of it. Okay, I can go to the competency and see. Because I know that I'm entitled to every evaluation and a copy of all of that. So, but I'll look and see. Okay, thank you for bringing that up.
So along those lines, that either one of us may be asked to testify in court, and in that case, we would get up in front of the court and discuss what we discussed here
Right.
today. Do you have any questions about that?
Well, the only question I have was, I'm quite baffled at Dr. Allison Kennedy's evaluation towards my education and stating mental illness and delusions when she never did a psych evaluation. Second, she never did any calls to the people I indicated for her to call, or any research on the internet as far as my family or affiliations or my education. So in those evaluations, my liberties were detained. I had fabricated competency evaluation by Kennedy stating that I was delusional because of my education. I mean, there's transcripts, there's government loans, there's diplomas. So, in that essence, she had no basis of saying delusions or mental illness for things that are fact.
Mm-hmm.
When she was the incompetent one to get off her butt and pick up the phone and call somebody.
Mm-hmm.
So that is actually extremely distressful. Emotionally,
That was corrected by Dr. Wiggett, however.
right, but she should have done her due diligence the first time. There was no reason for me to have my liberties detained for her incompetencies. And she had nothing to the case, not one thing. So she was trying to evaluate me on the case when she had no facts.
So let's start with today, because we're doing the evaluation today.
Right.
And that's, I think those are evaluations in the past. I can understand your concerns about, not wanting those in your record, and we have the opportunity to do an evaluation today.
Okay.
And it sounds like that information was corrected by Dr. Wiggett. So I think that's also important for us to know.
It is
reviewed
important.
all those records as well.
Yes, thank you. And so I just bring it up because I want to make you aware that it is important to do your own homework as an evaluator to affirm what I'm telling you is the truth, or ask me for documents to provide that to you.
Yeah. Yeah, and I appreciate you sending an email with the documents that you did, and I was able to review those before.
Because my life is very different compared to the average person in Pueblo, or even in the States.
Mm-hmm. So, just to make sure that we're on the same page, who will get a copy of this report?
Well, the court will get a copy, the public defender or the attorney is supposed to get a copy, and the prosecutor.
Yes.
So, and then I'm supposed to get a copy from my attorney.
Mm-hmm.
So as pro se, I have that attorney privilege.
And then, is anything that we discussed today confidential?
Well, according to what you're telling me, no, but if you're doing a psych evaluation, then yes, it is. But we're only doing competency, which is based on the provisions of knowledge of the case. So then it's not confidential.
Yeah. And would you like to continue with that evaluation today?
Yes, ma'am.
And so, Dr. Woodruff, what's your date of birth?
My date of birth is August 11th, 1980.
Let's see.
36.
So I'm going to start out by reviewing some of the background information contained in the previous evaluation and make sure that's accurate. Okay?
Okay?
So we have here that you were born in Pueblo
That is correct.
and that you have one brother and 3 half-siblings and 1 stepsister.
That is correct.
Okay. That your parents divorced when you were 5, and then you were primarily raised by your mother until your father obtained custody of you when you were in 3rd grade.
That is correct.
And it says here you were abused by your father, which you reported that in 2013.
Yes.
And you said there's no family history of mental illness
None.
and substance abuse, no family history of that.
No.
Okay.
My father has abused alcohol, but he's never been diagnosed.
And so you have your doctorate in naturopathic medicine.
I have my doctorate in medicine, and I've specialized in naturopathic medicine, naturopathy. But my doctorate in medicine is actually classified as a primary care physician by the state. And be it that I specialized in naturopathy, I am grandfathered in. When I received my doctorate, the state did not require NDs to be licensed with DORA state. So that's why some people have
So you were
discrepancy.
an ND?
I'm an ND.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Like Nancy David.
Yeah.
And then I also have a master's degree in clinical counseling. I have a master's degree in Oriental medicine. I have a bachelor's degree. And I have numerous other, achievements as far as I have a master's degree in nutrition. I have multiple other degrees in biofeedback.
What did you learn all these? Excuse me.
Which school did I go to?
Yeah.
So, for my doctorate, which I also have an emphasis in biblical healing, in biblical codes, which is a very significant esoteric thing. That I got at Trinity College in Warsaw, Indiana.
So is this your ND?
Yes.
Okay.
And my master's degree in Chinese medicine I got in Denver at the Colorado School of Traditional Chinese Medicine. It's also noted as CSTCM. And then I have my master's degree in clinical counseling is at Grand Canyon University in Arizona. And they're all accredited universities.
And then you mentioned nutrition?
I received that at Trinity College as well. My degree in nutrition as well. Then I have my bachelor's with an emphasis in biology and psychology from Colorado State University in Fort Collins. I have an allergy elimination certificate from BioSet. And then I have over 1,000 hours in biofeedback. And I have certificates in biofeedback.
Where are you doing that training?
I've already finished it.
Where did you do that?
That I did in Fort Collins. And I think I sent it to you. That went through Mel Bickling.
No.
Mel Bickling. And I'm pretty sure he's an ND. I would have to look at the diploma again. Specifically to see what his credentials are.
So when you were in school, it's obviously, I just want to, make sure that we have everything straight. Did you have any special education? Like when you were in elementary school, anything like that?
When I graduated high school, I graduated silver cord,
Mm-hmm.
and I graduated with 1.5 years of college credits.
Okay.
The other thing is all of my schooling has all been, timed and completed. There's been no interruptions for mental illness or any of that nature or family problems. I have, from start to finish, completed with no interruptions.
And where did you graduate from high school?
I graduated from South, and I did graduate with a silver cord,
What year did you graduate in?
1999. And I have achievements of being president in multiple different organizations, growing up through my educational career. I call it a career because I have so much education. It's quite a passion of mine to learn.
So no
Especially
special
other science.
education, no learning disability.
No learning disabilities whatsoever.
So I'm going to move on to your work history now.
Okay?
And here we have that you started working when you were a teenager, but that was doing construction jobs.
I actually started working when I was a child for my father. We've owned a construction company my whole life and rental properties. So as a child, I would sweep and, wash windows and things I could do as a child. Pick up nails. And that was just kind of helping out in the family. It's more, I think, busy work. My dad was trying to keep us busy while I was working. Couldn't afford daycare.
And so then it sounds like you went on to work as a lifeguard, aerobics instructor, interior decorator. That sounds accurate.
Yep, and then I was an appraisal assistant in Fort Collins for Blue Sky Appraisals, and I did all the appraisal assisting for real estate appraisals, and I did that for 3 to 4 years. And then I had a private practice, and I taught a bunch of classes.
And when you say private practice, is that where you do
Private medical practice. And I practiced for almost over 10 years. And I did that part-time, but pretty much, a part-time medical practice is just about full-time for somebody else. And then I've run my rental properties since I was a kid. We have a large amount of rental properties. Since I was a child, I had to pretty much run everything we had with my father. So I was typing and mailing out things, making calls, grocery shopping, doing laundry as a young child. So I had been programmed pretty much and groomed into taking large tasks and being able to complete them. So I ran the properties when I was growing up until I left the house when I graduated high school. And then I started running my own rental properties in 2006 to present on top of my practice, my part-time practice.
And so, are you working now?
I'm not working now only because my daughter was kidnapped, and so was I, and I was beaten up significantly. Had to have 3 surgeries, 18 rounds of injections to walk, and I'm awaiting 2 more surgeries. And I brought my hospital schedule here to show you that every week I'd have to go to the hospital at Penrose to get therapy still.
How long ago did that assault happen?
That happened in 2013, and they just about paralyzed me. And now I'm still recovering, and then I got beaten up again. In this case, this criminal case, it's even recorded. I put it on YouTube. And the lady tore my whole rotator cuff. And she threw me against the wall for asking for a larger pair of pants. And I have the whole 11-hour video. I never acted inappropriately or unprofessionally or foul language, nothing. and she just threw me against the wall, popped my shoulder out, and I screamed in pain for almost 9 hours. Nobody would help me. And I have the entire video. And that goes along with this 15 CR 1287 that was October 27th, 2015. I've been in significant relationships off and on.
But never married.
No, never married.
You have one daughter.
Yes.
Are you in a relationship now?
As far as like a sexual relationship?
Or a partnership?
Yes.
And how long have you been in that relationship?
I've been in that relationship for several years.
And you mentioned some medical concerns as a result of some of the assaults. Is there any other medical problems that you want us to know about?
I was assaulted here actually by an officer who closed the door on my head intentionally, and I have neck problems now from it. I was court-ordered dead, and that's in the record, and it's put on YouTube. So my blood sugars go low, so I have to maintain keeping my sugars up every few hours with some kind of snack. The other thing is I live in intense pain, waiting for a hip replacement and my shoulder to have to be fixed, to have surgery. So it's very difficult to sleep through the night without tossing. I have to sleep with ice packs for the pain. And sitting too long is intense on my hip. I have a very hard time lifting over a pound with my right shoulder and doing certain motions with it. That's why I've been going to the hospital. They're helping me.
You ever lost consciousness?
The only time I lost consciousness was 2013 when Carol Collier over-medicated me with 7 different injections a day. And I lost consciousness. I fell and hit my head. And when I woke up, I said, I told you it's too much. I told you it's too much. And all got recorded and witnessed. And that's the only time I've ever lost consciousness. But that was due to the over-medication, and I do have the legal documents on that. And I did report that to the feds. I have no idea. And I have no idea. And I also was unconscious. No, I mean, they came and they got me back up. So I'd have to ask the witness that was there, because I don't remember. What it felt like to me was only a few minutes. But then in Ward 67, bedroom 2, from the over-medication, I died on video. I died and came back. And it was captured on the video camera. And all of that has been reported to the FBI